why are you mad at the person who is using AI?
Like AI, to me, I feel AI is lazy now.
Is AI not the same thing as describing it to the someone, and you're describing it to a machine, and after communing with the machine and describing everything, the machine spews out your description.
Do you know the crazy thing about AI? Even somebody that died, they can use his voice to
Okay, so here's my
songs.
thing. Here's my take on that. I have a very I have a very particular take on that thing.
Yeah.
AI gives you possibilities. You understand? You have infinite possibilities to create things. I feel personally, my personal opinion is using AI to imitate somebody real and use their brand or to take advantage of their brand or take advantage of their name or their likeness or their vocal likeness. I personally, I'm putting that personally because people are of different opinion. I personally think that is theft. Yeah. Personally, I believe it is theft. Especially since the same AI can, you have infinite possibilities of what to do. Create something, be original. The idea of music, the idea of music for me is creating something out of nothing. We are sitting here, it doesn't exist. We say something, you say 2 rhymes about this phone, says another 2 rhymes about this, and it's done. It's new. We've recorded beat that 10, 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, an hour ago, that didn't exist.
Not exist. That's fire, man.
It exists now. For me, that's music.
What's poppin'? Y'all know me, it's DayGenius. I'm chilling with one and only Bigfoot in your face, man.
In your face?
For those who don't know, introduce yourself, boss.
My name is Bigfoot in your face. I'm a producer on most days. On other days, I'm a DJ. I'm a financial expert. I'm a finance advisor. I'm also a sound engineer and a sound designer. And I'm also a composer and a creative director.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a lot to pack in here.
Yeah, it's a lot to pack in, my G.
But do you know, I've been your friends on Facebook for forever.
Yeah. I know. I know. It's not new. You've been my friends on Facebook for a minute.
There was a time I was just following everybody, Ice Prince, that green, everybody. I saw your name, I followed. And since then, I was there was a time you were doing reggae stuff.
Oh yeah, dancehall. I was doing a lot of dancehall.
Because I used to drop with one other guy.
No, this is going to be an interesting interview. Person know me from way back. Okay.
So first of all, I want to ask, how did you get the name?
Bigfoot. Came naturally, man. I wear size 50s. For those of you that are in US size, I wear size 17, 16 and a half, 17.
Size 50?
Yeah, that's what I wear.
Crazy.
So that's where the name came from. And when I was younger, 13, 12, I was wearing size 45s then. So at least now I'm taller and my feet are almost proportionate to my body. But imagine a 13-year-old small with size 45 feet.
That's crazy.
So yeah, after a while, I took up the name because, man, guys, they yab me now. They yab you with the name. Bigfoot. After a while, I say, yeah, this is Bigfoot.
This is who I am.
Yeah, this is who I am. And I could one or two people back from primary school days. Why I don't say they yab me now. Now they call the Bigfoot with respect. I guys be like that.
What about the in your face part?
Okay, so that one is very, very interesting because that came recently. As we grow, we got change.
Yeah.
We got change a few things. So when the social media thing started and you started putting out music by yourself, you go online and you check for an artist name and you realize that Bigfoot is not such a rare name like you think it is. Okay. It's actually pretty common, and my thought was, how are you going to make it a rare name? How are you going to make it something that if you do something, it brings attention to you? So I added in your face.
In your face.
Yeah, so that's Bigfoot fire. In your face or in your face or yeah.
So what is your real name though? For the ladies, I want to know. And you can also disclose if you are single.
My Jesus. Name is Ezenwa. Ezenwa. It means prince.
Prince.
Fire. Prince. Name is Ezenwa.
I always want to ask
But wait, to change my ass. Drinks they normally day here. Where are the drinks they normally? Where are the drinks they normally day here? I watch all these your podcasts and I see drinks. You can't reach my own turn. What's going on?
I got you now. After the podcast, we'll go chill. Say
All right, let's go.
Logistics no complete. Now that will not bring the drinks. That will not idiot. He's an idiot. So, okay.
Oh yes.
Hey, I wanted to ask, like,
Yeah.
why music production? Like, why?
So,
out of all the things in the world.
So there are only two things in this life that I learned how to do, like I actually studied how to do. One is accounting and finance, and the other is music. So I had a music teacher when I was 5. Learned to read and write music between when I was 5 and 7.
Yeah.
You understand? That was a long time ago. But it stuck with me, and I just developed it, joined the choir. I'd say I'm not a sports guy. Till today, I don't watch football.
Football is boring. I used to tell my friends.
I need to watch football. I need to watch any sports. Yeah, except combat sports. I love
boxing, MMA.
See.
Now sports with that one.
I love boxing. I love MMA. I love kickboxing. Any combat sport that you can put someone's lights out. I did with you. I did with you.
Battle rap too.
I love battle rap.
Good
sports. Lord, I love battle rap. So I think it's from loving combat sports and combat engagement. I love battle rap, and as well as I like watching billiards, chess, snooker, those kind of things. So I didn't do a lot of sports growing up, and a lot of people were playing football, running, athletics, and all of that. I ran a little, but most of the time I'd rather stay indoors. So I learned music. So
you know how to play chess?
Oh yeah. I won't say like I'm like master level, but I'm no rookie. Let's put it that. I'm not a master, but I'm not a rookie in chess.
I used to tell people, like, in the hip hop industry, nobody can play chess with me. Like, I'll smoke anybody.
One day we'll go try. But one thing that you can't play with me is Scrabble. I'll beat you with my eyes closed, both eyes.
Yeah. Scrabble needs experience. You need to know a lot of experience.
That's how I started music production.
After the interview, if you go and play chess.
That's how I started music production. And a friend of mine, Chinas actually introduced me to Cakewalk Pro Audio 9. Now I don't know, like, if people know Cakewalk Pro Audio 9. This was way back. This was like 2000.
Is it like a software or something?
Yeah, it became Sonar later.
Before Fruity Loops?
Yeah, Cakewalk Pro Audio existed before Fruity. So back then when it was Fruity Loop Studio. So I used Cakewalk Pro Audio 9, and I started using Fruity Loop Studio from Fruity Loop Studio 1.3 when it just came out. So we've been so I started producing 2001. Yeah.
So what is like your process? Like, how do you listen to beats? Do you get inspired?
I'm like a sponge. So I listen to a lot of music. Like, typically I listen to a lot of music. So my music learning really came from listening. I challenge myself, like, every year I must make it through. It used to be 11,000 new songs a year.
Crazy.
These days I close out like 7K, 7.5 new songs. Last year I think I did like 7,000 new songs that I've not heard before. Things that I've not heard. Thank God for Spotify and Apple Music. I just put it on shuffle and go into playlists, into realms that I've not heard music before, and I can make it through 7,500 songs a year that I haven't heard before. So that's how I soak up that's my process. So when I'm creating those wealth of music that I've listened to before, they come back to me when I'm producing. So I'll produce a song and I'll do one drum pattern, something, and it just fits in. And somebody's wondering, man, how did that come from? It's soaked in. Yeah, that's how I learned.
So like the project that I really enjoyed most out of your project was the one you did with like AQ and Brimo.
Ethos.
Damn, man, from the production, everything about that album, I love it so much. And the fusing from alternative music, Brimo and hip hop, like, that stuff has never been done. That's like the best album that year. Like,
Facts,
that year, like, best album. No, serious. Because it's unique.
Yeah,
nobody don't do that kind of thing. That's crazy.
It is.
And you do a lot of songs with Tito too, right?
I did a whole album with Tito.
Is it Culture of Honor?
Yeah, Culture of Honor.
I love that album. Tito was crazy on that album.
They did Culture of Honor. Shout out to Tito. Shout out to Papi Gonzo. Papi Gonzo is the engineer that recorded everything. Wow. Another incredible guy. Wow. So he recorded the whole thing and did production on the last song.
I wanted to ask, what is the biggest project you have worked, like the most successful one? The biggest one, like, in terms of like accolades and everything.
Because I've been mostly, I like to be honest, I rarely like being in the spotlight. So to know things that I've worked on, worked on, produced, that I produced myself. It's a few projects that I've worked on that are really nice, that that I've really gone for. Like back in the day, I did All Way Now Way for Sound Sultan. That was like pretty dope stuff.
Shout out to Sound Sultan.
Shout out to
Rest
Sound
in
Sultan.
paradise.
Rest in power. That's one of my albums. And all the way from there down through my work with Mood 9, with Ill Bliss. Ill Bliss's first album, I did a lot of production work there. That was another one that got me a lot
That Igbo boy?
Yeah, that Igbo boy, the first album. A lot of production on the album. All the way down to Brymo's last album and the next album that is coming out. So yeah.
Is it Mansa?
No, Mansa, the one before Mansa.
What is that one? Is it a song?
Yeah, not a song. So I did 9, Harmattan and Winter, on that album. Then I did 10, the 10th album, Theta.
Oh, Theta.
Then after Theta, Macabre, that is coming out now. So all the way back then till now, from 2006 that I placed my first track. That was Pick It Up for Sanchez back in the day. Yeah, I did Pick It Up.
Sanchez.
Yeah.
He did an album like, dang, where's
100%
Sanchez,
B
man?
City.
That album is dope.
Yeah, I did like 7 or 8 songs on that
But
album.
the album, I don't know what happened, man. Like
Sanchez is
I used to feel like I'm the only Sanchez fan in this world because I love that guy.
Crazy, Sanchez is a video director now, holding it down.
Shit,
major video director and writer. Shout out to Sanchez. Shout out to my guy.
Songs were very unique back then. Hip hop too, like
that was me back then. That was the first placement I did. That was the first major placement I did with Sanchez. So it's been what's my favorite and my best? I don't know. I'll tell you the latest thing I'm working on will be my favorite. I won't lie to you because you just try to grow with everything you do. So I'm working on a few albums. And the last album I just did, the album that I finished, is an album with Lindsay Abude. Yeah, so that album, magnificent album. You guys need to check it out. It's called Kaleidoscope with Lindsay Abude. Right now, I'm releasing mostly singles with different artists. I just dropped one with Belly and Hook for Genie and Payback. Yeah, that's fire. Fire, solid. So as you can see, like for me, that's my biggest shit right now. Yeah, followed by after that to be the R&B tracks I'm putting out with Fola. Mad. Just
you did something with Cavemen?
Oh yeah. So for Cavemen, I do mostly engineering for them. So when you talk about albums that I produced, those are the albums I produced. You talk about albums that I engineered.
Okay, that you engineered the sound.
The ones that I engineered the sound, there are a lot. There are a lot from Dr. Seeds to Lere to a lot of songs for Tiwa to a lot of songs for Maven back then. Down to Ill Bliss, Monan, plenty. Then Cavemen, Roots. I think Roots would be my favorite of all the songs.
That's fire. Man.
Roots would be, if not my favorite, one of my very favorite albums. Like whole albums that I've engineered.
That album is
incredible. Took me 11 months to mix that album.
That album is crazy. Pay me my salary. I want to marry.
That album took me 11 months to mix.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
The album went well. It went well. That was that is their first album, right?
Yeah, that was the first album.
No, that album is unique. That album is too spiritual, man. Like y'all need to go check that shit out. Roots. If you
haven't heard Roots, you need to listen to that. I will tell you, it's a mixing masterclass.
During the pandemic, Roots, I played out. I don't understand what he's saying, but the spiritual vibe. That's what even made me want to get married. Like, pay me my salary. I want to marry.
Anyway, congratulations, I know that. You actually did it. Congratulations, Reggie.
So I want to like inspire the upcoming producers. You understand? There are a lot of people that they see production, they love it as a talent. But I want to give them more inspiration. So I want you to like tell them the biggest check, like the biggest alert you have gotten from the production work. Like the biggest number. That is if you want to disclose it. You don't need to tell us the project. Just like let's do it like this. The first big check.
Okay, let's put
not the biggest. The first.
Let's put it this way. Yeah. When I started producing, it's the very first track I placed for production, very first one in Uniben. I placed for 500 naira.
500. The first track.
I can't forget because I hold that 500 naira strong.
Oh God, my passion
strong. I hold that strong. This was in 2002.
Wow, that's a while, man. That's a while. I was thinking like SS2.
Yeah, by 2006 when I was leaving, I was placing tracks when I was getting out of school because I was school 2002 to 2006. By 2006 when I was leaving, I was placing tracks for 50K. in 2006.
By 2006.
Yeah, that's 2006.
That's a lot of money in 2006.
Yeah, just good money in 2006.
Wow.
Then now, yeah, like these days we place tracks for shares of the songs, because of the way the stream is.
Yeah.
But production fees and everything. I mean, these days you can place tracks from $1,000 up. So you can just place tracks from $1,000 up, sometimes 2K, sometimes 3K. Well, you put in your grind, put in your work.
I won't go learn production.
You put in your grind, put in your work. You can. It's a lot of work, but it's not just about the work. It's not just about the work, and it's also not just about the money, because there are also times when you don't get to place that much in your journey as a producer. It is really about consistency, and not just consistency with working with people, but also consistency with improving your craft, consistency in developing relationships. Because a lot of people believe that if you work with someone and you improve your craft and you work with more people, it will automatically come that way. No, it doesn't automatically come. You have to treat it as a business. You have to develop relationships. You have to push yourself. You have to post yourself. You have to join the forums, get involved with the community. You have to do all these things and realize that it's a business. You are a business, and then you grow your business consistently. You will know when to up your price. You will know when to up your price, because at a certain price level, at a certain moment at a certain period where you're in the community, your popularity will grow. When your popularity grows, you up your price for two reasons: so that you can reduce the accessibility as well, and be able to work on tracks and you sieve out people who just want to pay you for shit, and you now look at people who really want to get actual value out of you. You have to be able to deliver value and then price that value accordingly. So it's something that young producers need to keep in mind and just get involved in the community. And if you are not, it's not until you work with a big artist, you understand. Like I did songs with Emma and Kel and everybody way before. Everybody was Emma and Kel, you understand. And we grew that relationship. Me and Illy has been friends since that Igbo Boy till now.
That Igbo Boy, that was like
there's no time. Like, can you imagine when that Igbo Boy came out? We've been friends from before then self till now. And it's not just music. Sometimes we wake up and just talk. Sometimes I call him a lot of times just to discuss life. You understand? You have to grow relationships, because the people you are with now, especially the young producers, the people that are in your class now that are growing, are going to be superstars. You understand? It takes imagine if, who is Rema's main producer now? London, yeah?
London.
Grew with Rema.
And they have been doing that stuff since.
Grew with Rema, Abi. Same way, and that's not the...
Same
that's
Fuse grew with Olamide.
Okay. Now, my point is, it's happening today. Same way it happened in our own time. And as you grow with the people in your community, the people in your class, you all grow. Together. You understand? Yeah, you all grow together.
When one person blow, takes everybody together.
Yeah, person if still blow, no call you, but it's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine. You keep working. You keep working and amass your own value. I think the only thing I would say is go through the process. Go through the process and enjoy it.
Can I ask a question?
Oh yeah, ask. Can I?
So what's the hardest project you feel like you've worked on?
The hardest project.
Hardest in terms of hard to achieve, or the hardest eating banger? What are you talking about?
Hardest project. I think
the most difficult.
I think the project that gave me a lot of difficulty to work on as an engineer and also even as a producer and as an arranger would be Roots. And the reason why I will say that is, it's a particular sound. You understand?
It has never been done before.
It wasn't a situation where it was, I want to mix a song and let it sound good. It was, I want to mix a song, let it sound good, and let it have a unique sound. So that last part of letting it have a unique sound took a lot of time and dedication, to go through. And we were mixing everything in the box. In the box means we were mixing using our laptops alone. There was no external hardware. Whoa. So we were just mixing using plugins. And mixing in the box to achieve that particular olden type sound, where most of the equipment that was used to record in those days were hardware, means that you have to very, very carefully work on the tracks and on the things you're working on. And like I said, it took 11 months.
Wow.
So you can imagine that, that will be the one that, took the most out of me in terms of knowledge of sound, in terms of my experience, you understand, and in terms of, even satisfying my clients. It took the most because, again, Kingsley and Benjamin have very, very sincere ears. I'll call it very sincere. They are very true to their sound, true to what they want, and it may not sound to you from an engineering standpoint what is the norm, but in their ears is exactly what they want. You understand? So even me, I had to unlearn a few things by listening to their music and pick up new knowledge. And so that I would say.
My best song on that album is Beautiful Rain.
Yeah.
But I want to ask, the project, was it recorded live? Like everything?
Oh, yeah. No, it's a hybrid. It's a hybrid. Most of it is live, but there's a hybrid of, there's some programming inside.
Wow.
Kingsley is an incredible producer. He produced all the songs on that project, and he knows how to fuse, live elements and programmed elements seamlessly.
And I also want to ask, like back in the days, like it takes a lot of like technicalities, like if you're good in drums, good in pianos, it really translates. And you see all these new kids, all these Gen Z boys, some of them, they don't even know how to play no instrument. But when they step on that Fruity Loops or Cubase, they'll be creating magic. So apart from that, I want to ask, like, what do you think AI, the way AI is now coming, like even someone that doesn't know what music is, can just type in some prompts and they produce a beat. What do you think about the AI movement?
You will well, first things first, your laptop is an instrument.
Yeah.
If that's the instrument you know how to play, that's the instrument you know how to play. AI is also an instrument.
You don't need to like play any beat. Just the AI, I need a sound like Drake, mix it with
but you
Cavemen.
typed something. You typed something.
Melody,
you typed something. You woke up and said, I want Cavemen and Taylor Swift type of melody.
Hey,
and you typed it out, yeah?
To bring that the beat.
Honestly, the AI will not actually give you the desired achievement. That's from my point of view, because I've tried, sorry to like just jump in, I've tried this with battle rap, trying to like, maybe I had like writer's block or something, so I'm looking for avenues where I can get
No, go and use ChatGPT 4. You're using the old version.
Tried.
The paid one.
I'm telling you.
The paid one.
Yeah, bro, I've tried.
So here's the thing.
He didn't give you the right
Here's the thing. I agree. It's not going to come out the way humans will bring it out. You understand?
Definitely.
Then that is where the art comes in. And even if it comes out the way a human will bring it out, it's not going to come out the way a Dabu would bring it out and deliver it. Think of it as a suggestion box.
It comes with like rough concept.
Yeah,
and
think
you
of
have
it
to
that
tune
way.
it.
Think of it that way. You have to tune it. If you are an artist, if you are truly an artist, AI will enhance your work. It's not going to limit your work. It's not going to replace your work.
Because a lot of people are scared. Like, it's
not going to replace your work. It's going to enhance your work. My man Eclipse put out an album called Infinite Echoes. Infinite Echoes. He put out an album. Yeah, the album is called Infinite Echoes. Fully produced and done through AI, and only with few very minimal human input. You understand? But again, it was a project. They guided the project, guided the sound. You understand?
But it makes it faster.
Yeah, it makes it faster. Do you know what? Yeah.
I think it's lazy though.
No. Oh, let me explain. Okay, let me ask you a question. Who is the more hardworking producer? The producer that walks into the studio and sits down inside the studio and programs a mad high life beat, yeah? Or the producer that walks into the studio, sits down with the Cavemen and tells them, this is how I want this to sound. Can we do this? Let's do that. And they sit down, discuss it for like 40 minutes, and those guys play it out, bam, and it comes out. Who is the more hardworking producer?
Me. I think it's the guy that like sat down with the Cavemen and, tell them what he wants. I did not play the stuff.
Okay, that's the more hardworking producer.
Then the guy that just starts, programming, looking for all these sounds.
That's the more hardworking producer.
Yeah, to me, that's how I think though. I don't know.
Then why are you mad at the person who is using AI?
Like AI, to me, I feel AI is lazy now.
Is AI not the same thing as describing it to the someone and you know that you're describing it to a machine, and after communing with the machine and describing everything, the machine spews out your description.
Do you know the crazy thing about AI? Even somebody that died, they can use his voice to
Okay, so here's
songs.
my thing. Here's my take on that. I have a very I have a very particular take on that thing.
Yeah.
AI gives you possibilities. You understand? You have infinite possibilities to create things. I feel personally, my personal opinion is using AI to imitate somebody real and use their brand or to take advantage of their brand or take advantage of their name or their likeness or their vocal likeness. I personally, that's I'm putting that personally because people are of different opinion. I personally think that is theft. Personally, I believe it is theft. You know, especially since the same AI can, you know, you have infinite possibilities of what to do. You know, create something, be original. The idea of music, the idea of music for me is creating something out of nothing. We are sitting here, it doesn't exist. We say something, you say 2 rhymes about this phone, says another 2 rhymes about this, and it's done. It's new. We've recorded beats that 10, 20 minutes ago, 30 minutes ago, an hour ago, that didn't exist.
That's fire, man.
It exists now. For me, that's music. Taking someone's likeness that already existed and sometimes their lyrics and stuff, and you now want to release it commercially, that's theft. For me, Sha. For me.
I also want to ask, like, which era do you like? Because from what I heard now, you're like in those era, the era before the advanced technology.
Yeah.
The era we say, there's Fruity Loops and everything, but you still need to like play some shit. You understand? Like play a piano, play a key. Like which era do you think is better? Like which era do you prefer?
You couldn't be more wrong. You couldn't be more wrong. I like. I don't say. You have to evolve as the tools evolve. You understand? You know, back in the day, I was fortunate enough to do music on an 8-track. You know what an 8-track is? It's a hardware, something like this, your Rhodes mixer, but it just has 8 tracks. You have 8 tracks, that's all you have. So we'll track out drums, for instance, record all the drums in the 8-track, then we'll bounce all the drums to 1 track to keep it there. Then you now record bass and other things. Then you mix it and bounce it to another 1 track. Then you now record vocals and bounce it to 1 track.
Sounds beautiful, though.
But as you are doing it, if you miss it, the minute you bounce, that's where bouncing came from. That's where bouncing came from. You bounce to 1. The minute you bounce it to that 1 track, bro, you're not going back.
You don't finish.
Don't go with that.
Wow.
So it's not like the music you have now. So your session musicians will rehearse, and we are ready. I'm like, okay,
1,
we are
2,
tracking now.
3.
Then we track.
I wish I was back then.
After you track, you move
hard.
it down.
It looks so hard.
So now you are going from there to now that Logic gives me 999 tracks. Like I have infinite
from 8 to 999.
I have infinite possibilities of what to do. So in terms of preference, I'll be telling you that, man, it's easier for me to make music now. Like right now, this is what he has done for me. I worry less about the technicality of production and focus more on my creativity. Imagine that I was doing that. I'll be worried that, these things will not play now, this role will not play. How will we manage everything on 8 tracks? This extra thing, can we bring it in? This trumpet, can we bring it in? How can we manage these 8 tracks to make sure the song still comes out solid, still comes out? That's what I'll be thinking about. I'll do a mix down, come back tomorrow, do the whole mix down, put it on 1 track and try to track extra on top of the mix down to do overdubs and all of that. I can be thinking about all that. Or I can just be thinking about what are we going to do with this kit, this 808, where we can play. Because I'm not worried about the number of tracks. I'm not worried about the instruments. I'm just trying to create. So right now, I would say it's easier. If you're talking about easier, if you're talking about my preference, I'll say I prefer it now because the possibilities are endless. You can create music literally out of anything right now. Yes, they can create music literally out of anything. We can resample our vocals and it's a song.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I feel like you're heavily into hip hop. So let's get into that hip hop conversation.
Oh my God.
It's the time.
Oh my God.
Bigfoot top 5 You need to name your top 5 Nigerian rapper of all time. Like,
no, man, don't do this to me.
You need to do that.
Don't do
So
this to
that
me,
the
I
other
know.
guys you did not mention, they go beef you. Welcome to what we go through, man. Where your opinions can get.
I'm not about that beef life,
No.
man.
But for real though.
I'm not about that beef
You
life.
need to give the audience your best 5 rappers of all time. Nigerian rappers. No.
Okay, let me say these are the 5 rappers I've listened to the most. No particular order. I'm going to mention. This guy won't put for Wala. I'm going to mention the top 5 rappers that I listen to.
Okay.
That are on my playlist. So I'm going to mention by the amount of times I've listened to them. Now, whether they're your best rappers, that's left to other people to decide. But these are my top 5 rappers that I listen to. So I listen to a lot of Ill Bliss.
One.
Yeah, by extension, Thoroughbreds. I listen to a lot of Mr. Ray of Straight
Who's
Butter.
Mr. Ray of Straight Butter?
Yeah.
I know Straight Butter, but I don't know them. But I just know that those guys are.
Oh no, Straight Butter is
There's
mad.
one guy, Enigma.
Enigma.
That
Ray.
Enigma, when the guy raps, I don't know what
I'm
he's
calling
saying.
them out. I'm calling them
I
out.
don't know what
So
guy
he
says.
is Straight Butter.
Enigma is Straight Butter. Deck Xavier. XYZ.
XYZ, then Texas.
Ray. Texzilla.
Texzilla is the
No, wait,
producer.
hold on. Are we talking of the same Enigma with the dreads?
No.
No.
That's the young Enigma.
That's the young Enigma.
That's my
Oh, that's the young Enigma. We're talking about the Enigma.
Enigma.
The Enigma.
That guy
Enigma, very
rap.
young Enigma.
That guy raps intergalactical like.
See,
No, that guy
that's
is
my man. And
All
Mr.
right,
Ray.
Mr. Ray, that's
yeah.
number 2.
So yeah, Mr. Ray. Mr. Listen a lot from Mr. Ray. Man, there's no how I've listened to a lot of hip hop and I don't listen to more than M. More than MI.
More than
like
M,
they've listened
fire.
to a lot of
That's
them.
4. One more.
And the last person I've listened to is crazy because it's actually almost a tie right now. The amount of time I've listened to their music is between Boogie and Alpha. The amount of time I've listened to their music.
Boogie is
Because
crazy.
yeah, but I've played
I need to
and
invite
again
Boogie.
it's also because man I've played a lot of the other music like over the years. So of course you said all time. So because I've played all the music over the years. Yeah.
Okay, like the battle rappers, top 5 battle rappers
Top 5 battle rappers.
of all time.
That's
far now.
That's far.
Guy, don't
That's far.
talk
Top
this
five. Top 5 battle rappers. Top 5 battle rappers. Right now for me. Just. Who are my top 5?
I'm a battle rapper too, but I don't retire.
Yeah, I'm not a battle rapper guy.
Don't worry.
The minute I said no more all time, I've excluded you from the list. And one of the people I excluded from the list.
yeah,
you used to be a top.
Don't worry, I'll just come once in a year and just do some daily stuff and go.
See, my favorite 2 guys, that's it will shock them how much of their battles I've watched. My first 2 is Slimbuck and Dabu.
Shout out
my
to
first
Slimbuck. Slimbuck is doing great things. So he's going to battle in the UK.
Yes, I saw.
He's going to battle in the UK. Like, that's big. That's
mad.
history.
That is incredible.
And
Like I
he's gonna
saw
get paid
it.
in pounds.
I saw it and I was like, that is wild. That is
See the way stars they connect.
Is it like I will actually say big ups to you guys because and big ups what I mean to you guys to you, you know, pushing the battle rap culture. And also, you know, to all the different, you know, participants and the forums that push this battle rap culture. Because I know that there are different leagues here right now. And to all the different leagues that push this culture right now. Because it's incredible what it can be. I mean, at first it was Ghana. You guys went to Ghana, battled in Ghana, came back.
Yeah.
Now it's going to the UK. There have been international battles, battle people in SA, even on Twitter Spaces.
Twitter Spaces.
You've done all these battles. It's crazy. And the more I see these things grow, the more it goes back to what I was saying, like it's consistency. There used to be a time when, you know, battle rapping just started back when, you know, if I go and look back at the footage of you battling back in the day, of Holyfield back in the day,
2015, 2014.
you understand? If I go back and look at those footages and I look at what you guys are doing with the videos now, with the reach now, it's completely different. And that's what can happen the minute you step back and say, this is no longer just for sports, it's also a business.
Yes.
all the things I was talking about to producers, if you think about it very closely, it's the same thing you guys are doing. You're building communities, you're building events.
Yeah.
You're consistently putting out content.
But with battle rap, it's hard because these battle rappers, these guys, they are all out too much.
I agree.
Very toxic community.
I agree, but human beings are always like are generally like that.
I mean, design community, I know they get problems.
See, human beings are generally like that, to be honest.
No, but battle rappers, their own is extra. Because I'm in different community. I'm in my church community. I'm in design community. I don't get no problem. But battle rappers, they will just start to drag you for no reason.
Yeah.
And it's not as if they're dragging you on like on WhatsApp. You don't know what happens in the WhatsApp groups. In the WhatsApp groups, it's dirty, bro. Like, it's crazy.
But it's a combat sport.
Yeah.
It's a combat sport. Yeah, you're dealing with a lot of combatants.
The only issue with battle rap is like, in music now, there's hierarchy in music now.
Yeah.
No matter how old, even if I'm older than Wizkid, if I'm doing music, I know Wizkid is Baba. You understand? Burna Boy is Baba. Tu Baba is Baba. You understand? When you see Onye can win, you respect. Even if you don't know them, you don't need to know them. But you see battle rap, maybe I don't start it. I be OG with what I've done. You see some new battle rap, they talk to me, I'm like, bro, like, what's up with you? I don't talk to my bosses like that. You understand? Like, Emma is boss.
Yeah.
Mona is boss. I don't really know them, family. But when I see them, I respect them. It doesn't matter how I feel about.
Yeah.
Respect who have been there before. But see battle rappers, they don't respect you. Now, you see, they vex me. That's my problem I have with the community. But that's by the way, though.
The community is growing. I would say the community is growing. I mean, battle rap as a community is not up to 10 years old.
Nah, it's not. Like the professional battle, it's not up to 10 years.
That's what I'm saying. It's not up to 10 years old.
10.
Yeah, and because battle rap as a community,
in 2025, it will be 10 years old.
Yeah.
2015 is when we like really started.
Yeah.
This guy, what's his name?
Misha, I started
BRL, sorry.
No. What Rap League start 2016?
Yes, I'm so sorry. Shout out to Slimzy.
2016. Me, I started 2014, 2013.
Yeah, I started
back in the uni. Okay, shut up your mouth.
1999, bro.
So I wanted to ask, like, how this question.
My point is there, before you guys take your question, is
okay.
The community is less than 10 years old.
Yeah, definitely.
The community is growing, and in less than 10 years, he has battled internationally.
Yeah.
Slimbok is going to battle in the UK.
Yeah.
In less than 10 years. In less than 10 years, what will happen next? Before you know, outsiders will come here to battle.
Definitely.
The exchange is growing. You understand? So I think that with time, the community will solidify. You understand? The community will solidify. I really love the battle rap community. I will follow. I will watch the battles.
No, you're like a big supporter.
I'll come to the events. I'll buy my tickets. I'll go online and buy the pay-per-view. Like I watch. See, I love what you guys are doing, and I'm in full support. I'm in full support.
I want to ask, like, okay, I need like 5 key advices you can give up and coming producers, like somebody that just want to start. Like, what are the 5? Like, if let's say you're about to start back then, what are the 5 advices, like key advices you give yourself?
I'll give myself back then, but I'll give myself and give any producer now because
the same thing.
Because it was different. First advice I'll give a producer is always work on your art. Always work on your art. Always. Don't, like, 5 minutes a day working on your art will do you a lot more good than not working on your art at all on any day and then trying to produce everything at once on one day or 2 days. Always be producing. Always improve your arts. Add value to yourself. Learn. Always. That's 1. Number 2, have a team. Have a team. And the first person you should bring in on that team is a lawyer. First. That's
legal advice. That's important.
That's my next advice to a producer. Have a team. Find people that, and to be honest, I know there is the problem of, and I'm not going to act like I'm aloof. There's a problem of how we want to pay the lawyer, or how you want to start. Lawyers will collect money and something like that. Here's the thing. Even though now your friend or your elder brother friend or somebody friend will just come off from law school, we just start. Have somebody that you can start with and you can grow with that will not mind collecting a share of your earnings. but to be that other eye that can just read through your contracts and make sure that your contracts are, even if the person still even dey school, they study law,
At least
and
he
the person
knows.
they familiar with wetin dey happen, just have somebody, and that person with the school they study law man actually have a friend who is a real lawyer that can connect. See, have somebody that believes in you and that is a lawyer, and have that person on your team because in today's age, you need to, you understand, be that guy. 3, put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Don't be like me on some days where I know they get the time or the strength to, put out content. Even me like this that have been struggling to put out content after a few people in my team don't drag my ear. These days I came to this podcast with the camera for fuck's sake. I try to put out as much content as I can, because in today's world, that is also your calling card. That is also your currency. I can't tell you how much, like I'm working on an album now for an incredible band, from Canada. And how I got that job was they listened to Roots and they went and checked out contents of me posting about Roots and things. I said, oh, you're the one that engineered that shit? Well, we want you to engineer my album.
Wow.
And I
all
asked,
the way from Canada.
And I asked,
social media.
And I asked, what's the sound you're looking for? Because I always ask, what's the sound you're looking for? Any notes for me? And my man said, check the link for Roots now. You mix Roots. I said, yes. Yeah, that's your notes. That's the notes. Yeah, that's what I want. You understand? And that's how we started working, and it's been an incredible journey, and it's referral. So you do your work, you put out that's the work you've done. People come to your page, it's a free calling card, it's free advertising. Keep posting and put yourself out there. That's 3. Number 4, work with your community. See, community building, I can't even begin to say just how. There's that guy that has skill. That's your friend. You guys are in school together. While you are online, dropping all your beats and tagging, Jazzy, SARS, and everybody you need to tag, which you should, and say, listen to my song, listen to my beats, keep putting out those beats online so that the day that they will come to your page, they will see all the work you've been doing, Abi. Okay, keep doing that. But while you are doing that, there's that guy in your community where say get skill.
You need beats.
Where say get skill. We cannot buy beats. You sit down with that guy. Now this is number 4, Abi.
Yeah.
If you have done that number 2, where you get your friend will be lawyer. That your friend will be lawyer. Go structure something for the 2 of them, so that nobody gets burnt.
So when that thing goes,
somebody gets burnt. Even if you are not tied to the person's career, at least tied to the work that you people are doing. So that if that work goes, you go. Your sweat gets you something.
Yeah.
Then start chasing with that guy. You have to produce with people in your community, with people that you've grown with, people that are your guys. Odumodu's producer is UC and Jimo. Do you know who UC is?
I don't know those. But
Do you
those
know who
niggas are
Jimo
crazy.
is?
I don't know.
You don't know who UC is. You don't know who Jimo is. But those are his boys. Those are his guys, and they are mad, incredible producers, and they are with him every time. It's a team. It's a team sport.
They can never lose.
You have to work with your community.
Teamwork is crazy.
When I was in the studio with Oduman, we did a track together. UC was
Wait,
there.
you did a song with Odumodu?
I did a track with Oduman.
Where is it?
It's to be out with his mixtape.
To be out with
his Yoku. Hey, he's posted it on his page a few times. Now,
okay, which one? Maybe I've heard. What is it?
He's posted it as
what is the
snippet
title
on-
of the song?
It's called Shoot and Go Home. He's posted it. It's on his page. If you scroll through his pages, you'll see it there. He has posted snippets of it. And when we were having that session and recording that session, UC and Jimo were there. And you can tell that it's a unit. They work as a unit. And me, I'm very sensitive to those things. You understand? And when I saw the relationship, I knew it was a unit. I realized that I'm not in the studio with Odumodu. I can't just be, all my, how producers sometimes are, you're talking to one person, you're trying to relate with one person. No. You're in the studio with the team. It's a whole team. It's a team sport. All of a sudden, I realized that my job is not just to produce this track. My job is also to be part of the team.
Part of the team.
As far as that song is concerned, I became part of the team. And the song came out incredible. You need to learn to work with the community. You need to learn to work. I'm working with Fola Priye, I'm working with Belly and Hook, I'm working with Monsika. And these are artists that, that they're just they're like, we're all imagined. The way I look at it, we're all imagine artists. Barely any hook.
You are not imagine artist, so which kind of imagine artist?
I'm an imagine artist too. I'm part of the team. The team as a team is imagine.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and that's my mindset. That's my mindset. You have money, they understand, and you have that. You work with your community. Get the artist you want to work with in your community. Get your manager from inside that community. Your manager is somebody that believes in you. My management, Excel, believes in me. We met in this Lagos, and we share similar communities, similar ideals. That's the next thing to do as a producer.
Wow.
And the fifth thing, which is the wild thing, maybe I'll add one more, but that fifth one, the last one, for me, is don't be afraid of your art. No fear your art. Don't be afraid to build within your mind. Tell you, say your art, they what?
Your words.
The words that will happen is you will hear a no. The words that will happen, you will negotiate. Keep an open mind to negotiate, but do not be afraid to build what you think, what you believe you are worth. Nobody is going to set your worth but you. If you've developed yourself, you've grown your team, you've become part of the community, you've worked with people in the community, charge your worth. Okay, this is no bad for thinking. Charge your worth. Charge your worth, please. No fear. Run on straight. You understand? And charge your worth. And the fifth thing, remember to rest. That's the one that till now I've not taken that advice.
Me, I even need to rest.
But me
rest,
where they talk, I've not taken that advice, but but I'll tell you, remember to rest. That's number 5.
So I want to put you on the spot.
Hey,
I want you to
the genius just like to the
No, this one a
spot.
personal spot. You know, see, I have the opportunity to talk to you, and it's an honor, man. Like I've been following you, like
Brother.
today, back
Thank
to
you,
back,
Majid.
everywhere from Facebook to Instagram to Twitter.
Thank you, Majid.
So, Baba, we won't do cipher. We need beats. And the cipher guys did there. Some of them did it. Pacino did that.
No
with it.
problem.
So we want to do cipher, but it's going to be like a collaborative stuff.
My brother, I got you. I got you guys. We'll do beats.
Mad as
We'll do a cipher. I'll do
crazy
one
cipher.
better. I'll do you guys one better. One will do this. Like I said, I'll commit to having a beat for your cipher. I'm committing to that. Don't worry, I'll have a beat for your cipher.
you got a Bigfoot beat.
Okay, I got a beat for your cipher. And beyond that, I also want to look a little closer at the battle rap community, and let's make posse cuts. Let's make posse cuts. Now, there's like proper commercial tracks that have like 4 or 5, almost like a cipher, but different in the sense that it's a song now.
Yeah.
Let's make posse cuts. I want to make posse cuts with the community, with the battle rap community. I want people to not only see battle rappers as just ciphers and battle, but know that we
Make
can
good
also
music.
make music.
We're ready.
I have a few ideas.
My guy, shut up. Go and do your podcast.
my guy, they tackle you. They
Don't worry, I
tackle you.
play.
My guy, they tackle
But don't
you.
worry, man. Like Dabu has crazy
No, we have
sound.
some crazy ideas.
Even Jay has one song, Bassy. That song, go drop that song. Like,
Yeah,
so
I
that
love
many
it.
should
I
go-
love it. So
go
you guys are doing
collaborate
it. And I also like the new content you guys are putting out. And I'm him. Yeah, I've been.
Pacino was the last one, so you guys will do verses after this podcast. I want you to beat. I don't know. Joro will use me. Have you watched it? Have you
I watched it. I watched it. Yeah, the one that was saying con. You did not finish
Lex,
saying
you did not allow me now. Lex, what is Lex?
And he ended up saying confess. How's confess?
I didn't know. But I lost, but he lost also. What is Lex? Is Lexus?
Lex, no.
Nobody calls. Who calls Lexus Lex?
I do.
But most people in the comment section said you cheating, but no problem. I ain't no sore loser.
Bro, come on.
Everybody
Those
knows
are your
Alexis
people.
is
No, more people. Even his people say,
Everybody knows Alexis.
no one. Shout out to Bigfoot, man. I'm so grateful to have you on the
Shout out
on
to
the
DayGenius,
podcast, man. Like, it
Thanks,
means a lot to
Majid.
me.
Thanks.
We're documenting greatness. You feel me? And Bigfoot is one of them. You feel me? Roots. That is a spiritual album, man. Like, I can't get over that album. You feel me? Aka. And everything. So shout out to Bigfoot.
Thank you, my G.
We're happy to have you here.
Thank you, my
Hopefully
G.
we'll do more stuff, ciphers, concerts.
No, let's
like,
do it. Let's
coming
do
to
it.
the hip hop event to do like a DJ hip hop set, stuff like that. We're
We'll
gonna talk
see.
about it.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it off camera.
We'll talk about it. Yeah. So I'm ending the show, man. Please watch the video. Please subscribe. Watch the next videos. You feel me? Shout out to Bigfoot. Shout out to the hip hop community. Shout out to music. I'm out. It's a rap. This is a classic. Oh my God.